Hi, so you're expecting a baby. Congratulations. Maybe it's your first baby, second, third, even fourth or fifth if you're that brave. So congratulations again. A question I get asked all the time with people is, Paul, what financial steps or what kind of common sense steps should I put in place before a baby arrives or after a baby arrives? So look, the first thing, if you're planning a baby and you want to go on maternity leave and you want to take maybe extended leave, you need to maybe save a little bit more income during your pregnancy, and that will allow you to have that unpaid leave and spend time with your baby, which I'd always recommend. So again, think about it. Before you have your baby, maybe put plans in place to reduce your costs, get enough savings in place and be able to enjoy that time as much as possible. The next thing I'll talk about is when baby arrives. A great and exciting time, but make sure if you have health insurance already that you ring your health insurance provider and let them know the baby's name and the baby's date of birth, and they get added onto your policy. And most insurance companies will do this for free until the baby's first birthday. And it's a really important step, because if something goes wrong or not in the policy, they won't be covered and they might be excluded from going onto the policy, or they might be excluded from health conditions in the future. So it's usually something I recommend everyone to do as soon as possible. The third thing I want you to consider is setting up a life insurance contract or making sure you have an income protection plan in place. So should something happen to mom or dad or anybody in this case, it means that it's not that devastating on the baby or the new family in the first few years, that there's an income policy paid out and everything thinks over as kind of good as possible. To give you an idea in the cost of this, for 250,000 life cover for two 35-year-olds, it's going to cost about 30 quid a month. So it's not a massive amount of money, but it just gives added security when you're starting your family. It's usually a good time to think about it. The last thing I want to speak to you about is how you're going to save or invest your children's education fund, for a children's education fund, by using your children's allowance. Now, there'll be some people watching this video and I know they need a children's allowance every month to help them get by, and that's absolutely fine. There's other people watching the video that may plan to save that for a children's education fund. So just to give you an idea, you can do this in a couple of ways. One of those ways is putting it into maybe the credit union or post office. I love that idea, especially with the credit union. I'm a big believer in the credit union. However, I'm not too pushed about using the credit union for that €140 children's allowance, because you get a very, very small return. What I do like the credit union for is for maybe the kids' birthdays in the future, or maybe your children's Christmas presents from aunties and uncles or grandparents, and setting up a kind of slush funds for the kids in that way. I like that idea. What I want you to do with your €140 is consider investing it. So if you look at some different investment accounts out there, there's really, really good options. An investment account over a long period of time should always outperform deposit or cash accounts. So what does that mean to you? It means if you invest 140 and you get about a 4% return, that 4% return will add up over 18 years. So when the baby's born to when it's going to third level education, it'd be just over €44,000 in a fund, which will come in really handy when the baby goes to third level. It's estimated third level costs now, currently at the end of 2018, are going to cost somewhere in the region of approximately 40 to 50 grand to get people through third level. That's if you're living at home, so it's a big cost. So again, they're just a few tips that I thought you might like, and if you want a hand implementing any of these, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us and we can give you more advice. And again, congratulations, and I hope everything goes well with the new bundle of joy.